Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a champagne pop inspired Valentine's Day tutorial. I don't know why, but for some reason I really wanted to use my Becca's champagne pop face highlight, but I just wanted to not only douse my face in it, but also dabble some on my eyelids. I wanted some champagne pop. You know when you just want to cover your face in glitter? That's what I was feeling like today. So I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. Feel free to use whatever products you guys have. If you don't have champagne pop, go ahead and use some of your favorite affordable highlighters. One that I like is the Wet n Wild Fergie collection one. There's some from e.l.f. There's some from ColourPop. Ooh, that would be, maybe I'll have to do that next on the eyes. But definitely go ahead and use what you have, or if you want to just have an excuse to go to Sephora, go to Ulta, go ahead and do that. There's always an excuse to go to Sephora, because it's payday, because I did a really great job in an exam, because I got a promotion, because it's Tuesday. There's always a reason. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, and just keep on watching. So I've already primed my eyes using the NYX shadow base, and I use mine in the color Skin Tone, and I set them with just my regular face powder, MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural, just so everything transitions a little bit better. And the eyes are going to be really simple. I'm going to go into my IT Cosmetics Naturally Pretty palette, and we're not going to use that many colors. The first color we're going to go in with is Sunrise, and I'm going to take this Sonia Kashuk fluffy brush and just put this all around my crease. Then I'm going to go ahead and take the color Sunset, and I'm just going to take a Sigma E25, or you can take a Morphe M433, and I'm just going to put this right into my crease, and I'm really just going to play with and build up and add this color just so we get the intensity that you want. But you definitely want to keep the majority of the lid blank, because we're just going to add our shimmer color there. Keep it really nice and simple. And then go in with that same fluffy brush, no additional product, and we're just kind of blending. And you can go back in after this and add more if you want to. Then we're just going to go ahead and take some of that Sheer Joy, and I'm just going to place that underneath my brow bone, and we're going to keep this matte because we're going to do the rest of the eye pretty shimmery. So that's going to take enough attention away. I don't think we need all that. We can add a little tad touch of shimmer at the end. Then I'm going to take Champagne Pop's highlighter, and I'm going to pack that on my eyes. Feel free to use any highlighter that you want. You don't have to use this highlighter, but I just really wanted to go at it with the Champagne Pop. I was feeling some Champagne Pop all over today. But if not, I know another drugstore highlight that I love is the Wet n Wild Fergie collection one. This is the one in Hollywood Boulevard. About $5 in case, or just use your e.l.f. one, use any other highlight that you might want to do. I'm just gonna pack that. Ooh, that's nice. And then we can even wet the brush to intensify it. Ooh, that's a pretty lid shade. Let's just try to intensify. Fix Plus and pat it on, just so you don't swipe off any shimmer. And then especially if you already have your foundation on, I would say pat. Just so you don't get glitter all over your face. I'm just going to go in, no additional product, and I'm just going to blend that at the top with that same brush I used for the crease, just so that there's no harsh lines. You can keep it like this, but I'm going to go ahead and take Makeup Geek's Bad Habit. This is their contour shade. This is their Fair Warm contour shade. I also have the Fair Cool, but I want to keep this pretty warm, so I'm going to go ahead and use this just to kind of define a little bit. Then I'm just going to go in with a clean Morphe M433, just a clean fluffy brush, and I'm just going to blend that out. You can use that same brush you used for the warm orangey shade, but just kind of wanted to keep it super clean, and that just makes blending easier, and so it doesn't look super crazy. Now I'm going to take the Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer, and I'm just going to place it on my fingers, and I'm just going to warm it up a little bit just so it makes it a little bit more easy, creamy, easier to blend. And I'm just going to add this in the spots I might have like some blemishes. Just especially since I'm going to be using the Becca Aqua Luminous foundation. It's definitely a lighter foundation. Then I'll just go in very lightly, dab with the Beauty Blender.
Now I'm going to take the Becca Aqua Luminous foundation, and I do have a review and demo of this foundation. I'll link that one down below. Another thing, let's see if you're going to cooperate. Some of it came out of the pump. That's the only thing. The pump is give or take. I just wish, I don't know if it's mine or it's all of them. You gotta squirt it out like I don't know how many times just so you can get a decent amount of product out. Jesus Christ. It's my only gripe with it, I feel like. I have dry skin, so I really like this. It's gonna give you a really dewy finish. So for those of you who might say, oh, you look greasy, I am dry. It's very hard for me to look greasy. I can probably do it, but that's gonna take work. Just like getting this foundation out is gonna take work. I have mine in the shade Light, and in case you're wondering, I am in MAC NC25. So I do run on the lighter side, but it adjusts pretty well, I feel like, with my skin tone, which is supposed to do. It's supposed to be pretty flexible, and as you can see, it's pretty watery. It's a pretty light foundation. Like I said, pretty dewy. We're gonna let that dry down, because with this foundation, super dewy foundations, you really want to give them extra time to set before you add powder, or else it's just gonna be a really intense cakey mess. For my concealer, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, and I got mine in the shade Light Warm. I messed up. I meant to get Light Neutral, but I really wanted to try it out, and I didn't want to have to return it, and I think this works okay, so we're going to go ahead and use that for the under eyes to highlight. And we're going to go the extra mile and highlight everywhere else. Basically, we're just gonna glow today to remind him or her that you are the light of their life. And I meant to put my dark circle concealer, but I totally forgot. That's okay. It's gonna be okay. I will actually have a review of this concealer soon. I wanted to, somebody asked me, oh, do you prefer the NARS creamy concealer or this Urban Decay one? I was like, low-key, I don't own either of them, but I will get them eventually, and I will try them out, and I will let you know. So I actually did buy both of them. It's kind of cool though. Sephora has minis of the NARS one, so in case you wanted to try them out, I thought that was really cool in case you don't want to commit to a regular size one, especially maybe for me who likes to really try stuff out. I thought that was a really cool idea, so that therefore I can try out multiple concealers and maybe go through them a little bit quicker. They didn't have a mini in the Urban Decay, but that's okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and take the NYX HD Finishing Powder. This is in the shade Banana, and I'm just going to use this to set my under eyes. And just make sure, like right before you set them, maybe go back in, try to get as many creases out as possible. Keep it from creasing under the eye, and just have that setting powder ready to go, and just press that in. And then because I'm still letting that foundation set, I'm going to go back into the shade Sunrise and Sunset. And I'm going to go in with a pencil brush. You can use that same Makeup Geek crease brush, but I want something a little bit more precise. And I'm just going to place that on my lower lash line. Then if you want to weight it even more, which is what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and add... Do I want to do wing liner? Yes, I do. Do I want to do wing liner? Okay. I don't think I want to do wing liner. I always do, but I think we're gonna skip it. We're just gonna do just a mini line, and then just I'll add false lashes. Oh, the struggle. Do you do wing liner or not? Well, we'll see how it goes, and then we'll add wing liner if we need to. But I want to add just a little bit of a line just so it can kind of hide the band of the lashes. So I'm gonna do it off camera because that's gonna take a while. So I went with no wing liner. Go ahead and add your wing liner if you want. But I just added a little bit of the L'Oreal gel liner just to kind of define the lash line, and also so you can't see the falsies. I used the Ardell Demi Wispies. And then on my waterline, I went ahead and used the Rimmel Scandal Eyes in the color Nude. I need to get a new one, but just trying to use it up as much as possible. Then to just lightly set my face, I'm going to take my MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish and my dual fiber brush, and then just lightly tap this around my face, because this will really help the rest of your powders, like the contour and bronzer and blush, just kind of transition
a little bit more easily as opposed to like directly on top of a foundation. And so if you're dry skin, a really light powder like the MAC one, or the drugstore version that I love is the Maybelline Dream Wonder powder, and a dual fiber brush. You don't want something that's like super dense, really packed, because that's just gonna pack on product. You want something really loose, and then just kind of like just tap it around your face. For my bronzer, I'm gonna go back in with that Makeup Geek contour shade that I use on the crease of my eyes in Warm Fair. And I'm just gonna use a Sigma, what is this, F40 brush. I really love this to bronze on my face because it just does the job really quickly. I'm just gonna add, just because you get a lot of product, and then I'll blend everything. So those are really pigmented from Makeup Geek, really great. I also did a review on those, so I'll link that down below. These are really $10, really affordable, and really creamy. I love these. Then to contour, I'm gonna go in with the shade Infidelity, and I'm just gonna place that into the hollows of my cheeks, and I like to go underneath the chin just a little bit on the side of the face just to kind of even everything out. So I just like that Sonia Kashuk brush for placement, and I'll go in with this Real Techniques contour brush, and I'll blend everything out so we don't have that harshness. And then we're going to go little circle motions and move that product up. And don't worry if it goes too low, we'll fix that. So if you went a little bit too low with your contour powder, you just want to define it, make it really sharp, I'll go back in with my finishing powder that I use for underneath my eyes, or you can use a loose powder, but for this I'll just really get that in there, swirl that in there, and then we'll just go right underneath and clean that up and bring that down. And then you can kind of airbrush that around. For blush, I'm going to keep it warm, keep it peachy, so I'm going to use one of the new Lorac blushes. This is in the color Prism. This is a really pretty peachy shade. These are really, they're supposed to be buildable, so these are really pigmented. So I'm going to actually go ahead and use a dual fiber brush by Crown Brush. I like different brushes, but I really actually been loving this blush. Now, in case you weren't glowing enough, we're going to go back in with Champagne Pop, and we're going to go in with the Morphe M501 brush. We're just going to add this to the cheekbones, Cupid's bow, glow as much as you want. Want to intensify that glow? Add some Fix Plus. Sometimes you need to stop. I'm going to go ahead and add some MAC Fix Plus, and while I wait for that to set, I'm going to figure out which lip I want to do, which is always the hardest part if you are a lipstick addict. So the lip combo that we're going to do, I'm going to take the Sonia Kashuk Maple Lip Liner, and I got to sharpen it. I'm going to go ahead and line my lips, and you can fill them in too. So for my lipstick, I decided to use MAC's Honey Love because I haven't been using my MAC lipsticks lately. I was like, you know what? I miss you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and use that and place that more towards the center a little bit. And you can go ahead and leave it like that, or we can add some lip gloss on top, give the lips a little bit of a shine as opposed to the matteness, where this is a very shiny look if you couldn't tell. So I'm going to go ahead and use, this is MAC's Love Nectar, another one I have not been using that much. I love this one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this look. I actually am kind of glad I went without the wing. It kind of gives it that freshness that I'm kind of going for, that glowiness. I feel like the wing, that would have disrupted it, but it's good to switch it up. Let me know what you guys think. Wing, no wing. I personally love wings, but I kind of like this, kind of a break from the wing. Make sure to use some of the products that you guys have. You don't have to use the exact same products that I have. Use your own eyeshadows, warm tones that you might have in other palettes that you can definitely replicate. Use your contours, use your bronzers, use your favorite highlight. I actually really love Champagne Pop as a lid shade, and I just love it all the way around. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe to keep up with some more videos, and I'll see you guys next time.